Are you planning on taking video or photos while you're living or visiting abroad? Then you're going to want to watch this video first. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I am bringing you a little bit of information about things that you should know before snapping a photo or taking some video while you're living or traveling abroad. And a lot of these things I learned while I was living in Angola, my first expat assignment. Some things that I hadn't thought about before, and there are definitely things that really don't pertain here in the US. So they were things that were new to me. So I thought I would share them here with you guys now because I want you, when you are living or working or just traveling abroad, to kind of know the ins and outs and kind of the unspoken rules of taking photos overseas. And that way you won't make the same mistakes that I did. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Melissa and I am repatriated living outside of Austin, Texas, but I have spent the last 7 years of my life living abroad in Angola and Argentina. And on this channel, I like to give you information about expat living, and I'm also going to start putting in some videos about what it's like living here in the Texas Hill Country because I've had some requests for that as well. So you can definitely be expecting to see that here in the future. But for now, be sure to go below, give me a thumbs up, hit that red subscribe button, and let's get into the video. The first tip I have for you around taking photos or video abroad is going to be that some cultures believe a photo captures their soul. So you want to be extra aware whenever you're taking photos, especially of an older, more mature generation. They really sometimes think that a photo will capture their soul, or much less a video. So they might not want you to take photos of them because they don't want a stranger to take a photo of them and then take it away, and they feel like their soul is leaving with that stranger. So just something to keep in mind, that some cultures believe their soul is captured in a photo and they might not feel comfortable with you taking photos of them. All right, my second tip is probably going to be familiar with you that have done any kind of overseas traveling. But in a lot of tourist locations, people will expect a tip or some money if you take a photo of them. So this definitely happens all over the world. One time we were in Rwanda where we were doing some gorilla trekking, and I thought I would take a photo of these cute little boys. They were just kind of doing their own thing, playing a chess game. And I took a photo of them and immediately they asked for money. And I wasn't expecting that because I felt like they were just kind of doing their own thing and they weren't really paying attention to me. But as soon as they heard that camera snap, they were putting their hands out. So just be aware that in other places, a lot of times people will want money if you're taking a photo of them. My third tip for taking photos or video overseas is to stay away from the military or police. And I don't mean physically stay away, but I simply mean don't take photos of them. I know sometimes it can be a little tempting if their uniform looks really unique or different, or they're kind of doing something neat about leaning against a car or a Humvee or something and you want to snap a quick photo. I would highly suggest probably refraining from doing that when it comes to the military or the police in a country. They definitely do not like people to take photos of them, I have found over the years. And you could really risk getting your camera confiscated even. They might even ask you to delete the photos if you have a cell phone with you. So just be mindful that I probably would not take photos of military or police abroad. And my fourth and final tip for taking photos or videos abroad is to check your surroundings first. Now, when I lived in Angola, I did a video and I kind of talked about how we did a photo tour. It was a girlfriend's of mine idea to go around Luanda and literally just take photos of every and anything. The things that we did every day, from grocery stores to restaurants to different landscapes and different buildings. So it was an amazing thing. I'll link the video here in case you want to check it out. But during that tour, we really had to be careful what we were taking a photo of and who was around us to see that. There were a few times that we got stopped, and it was actually police the first time, and the second time it was a security guard, where they wanted to know what we were taking a photo of. And sometimes we were just taking a photo of the landscape, but that did include some of the poverty there. And I think a lot of countries that are a little bit more censored don't want that information or those images getting out to the general public. They really kind of want to keep that information as closely guarded as possible. So that's something to be aware of. If you are around a police officer and maybe you're not taking the photo of the police, but they see you take a photo of something that they don't think their government would want to have out on the internet, they will probably stop you and ask you to delete your photos. In another example, we were taking a photo of a grocery store that we went to all the time there. And we were just simply taking a photo of it so we could remember, and a security guard saw us taking photos and they came out and asked us why we were taking photos. So the security guard just really didn't understand why we were taking photos of their store, and he didn't feel comfortable with that. So I think he did ask us to delete our photos, but I snuck one. I think I still have one or two of that store. And it's just something to be aware of. So they might not understand why you're taking the photos. They might not feel comfortable with it. So I would say just really check your surroundings before you take photos of certain things. And also you might have to just sneak it really quick. You know, lift your camera up really quick, take the photo and put it down, or just kind of like hold it up and take it. If you kind of make a big show of it and you are adjusting your lens and you're looking, it will give people more time to see what you're doing and kind of question what you're doing. So just taking quick photos will be really helpful as well. All right, friends, those are my 4 tips for when you are taking photos or videos, living, working, or just traveling abroad. So if you are gonna do any of these actions, or if you have your own tips, then definitely let us know down below in the comments. I'm sure the viewers would love to hear any extra tips you guys have. And I will see you next week. Bye, friends.